Welcome back to Cityscape. Gigi Garland's custarroons are a confection we simply cannot refuse. So when we heard about her cafe in Eastwood, we just had to pay it a visit to see what other tricks she had up her sleeve. And she certainly does not disappoint. Here's what we discovered.
Not too long ago, the Philippines was completely enamored by cupcakes. Now, the pastry game has been taken over by macarons, agates, and a few other tasty confections. Cupcakes are still in the game, of course, and a certain cafe lives as testament that these little frosty treats are more than just a passing fad.
Okay, the year was 2012 when this space was the expired lease from another coffee shop. And we are partners with the owner of the building, and we're actually four in this business. Our principal is actually Joey Luna. As I've said, he's also the owner of the building. We wanted to create a coffee shop concept wherein you're actually an indoor type, but the feel of outdoor.
Gigi Garland, who is famous for creating custarroons, was soon brought into the team to provide pastries such as cupcakes.
Well, we made some mistakes in the past, you know. It's not like, you know, we are successful from the very start until now, no. It's basically a trial and error thing, and it's very important that we come up with new items and new offerings so that people will be coming back and try it.
It seems like choosing to highlight cupcakes was the right decision. After all, this little spot in Eastwood has been serving coffee and cupcakes for 5 years, and people still can't get enough of them.
Okay, so I started baking since I was very young. My mom is she loves to bake, she loves to cook, so I got the same passion from her. I grew up watching her do magic in the kitchen. So it's not just me, but even my siblings. We all got it, but I guess I'm the most passionate among all of us when it comes to baking and cooking. Well, it took me a few months to come up with my own recipe of cupcakes because, you know, during the time we opened, it was the beginning of the cupcake craze. So I wanted my cupcakes to be different. So it took me months to come up with moist and like soft, moist cupcake that lasts long in the fridge. When you put it in, and bring it out, it's still moist. Not like other cupcakes where you put it in and come out and it's very dry. So that's what I'm very proud of in my recipe.
For Gigi, the perfect cupcake has to be light, moist with just the right amount of frosting. So you won't find over-the-top cupcakes in this joint, which is actually perfect. These cute cupcakes look unassuming, but each bite is a perfectly balanced blend of everything that's right in this world. Among our favorites is the classic red velvet. It is also a bestseller here, and with good reason.
So my red velvet cupcake is my own recipe also. Of course, with months of research on what red velvet is, because I wasn't into red velvet before. So, and I found out that red velvet should be like slightly chocolate based. So I did that. I started with chocolate, then it just kept on adjusting until I got the flavor that I wanted. And of course, the cream cheese frosting and the ingredients we use are like, we don't skimp on our ingredients, so we make sure everything is premium. First, you get this like a butter cake with a slight hint of chocolate and the slight sourness of the cream cheese.
Another instant crowd pleaser is the dark chocolate with sea salt. The dark chocolate is rich enough on its own, but we soon discovered that the hint of saltiness coats your palate in an even more dynamic flavor profile. And while you can dress up a cupcake in whatever you fancy, nothing really beats the classic buttercream.
Well, my personal favorite is just plain buttercream. It's just my favorite. It's very light. It's how do you describe it? It's creamy. It's light and creamy, and it has a very subtle flavor of vanilla.
The cafe's counter is filled with a colorful assortment of cupcakes. You can choose from peppermint, Oreo, apple crumble, and blueberry, just to name a few. And to complete the experience, an array of coffees and teas to complement your sweet treats. There are a bunch of different pairings you can do, so we asked Gigi and Dondi what their favorite combinations are.
I always take the mocha blend, mocha coffee, which has a taste of coffee at the same time chocolate. I always tell this to Gigi, my favorite is always red velvet. It's moist, it's not so sweet, but it's just right.
I eat my cupcakes with tea, just plain, any kind of tea, just plain tea without sugar, and the sweetness of the cupcake just blends in with any of our teas that we offer. I like the jasmine and the Moroccan tea. It's very flavorful, so the brand is Tea Forte. It's from the US. My cousin, who's also my partner, brings it in here. So there, we also sell it by the box.
Gigi's Cafe is a cupcake lover's paradise. Their superb cupcakes have withstood difficult food trends in the city. And even their coffees and teas are beverages you can look forward to having every morning or when you need a quick break. The cafe itself is a refreshing touch of green amidst the area's concrete buildings. They've survived 5 years of picky dessert eaters, so we're sure they'll stick around for another 5 years or maybe even more.
Long day at work? Here's a great bar you can unwind in.